Home is where connections are made, memories are formed, and ideas are born. And no one knows home better than NFM. Thanks for tuning in to I Am Home, the podcast that goes deeper than trends and dives into what it means to make your house a home.
Hey folks, welcome to I Am Home. I'm Tyler Weiskup, joined by our dividend darling, Becca Subbeck.
Hi, Tyler.
Hi, Becca. I also have our podcast's high-yielding heart. It's Hilary Waltemath.
Hey, Tyler.
Hi, Hilary. This is so fun. This is the, I think we were just talking before we jumped on the mic, like the fourth year that we've done our Berkshire From the Floor episode. It's the Berkshire Hathaway Annual Shareholders Meeting. And right now, Omaha is buzzing with just all of the visitors from around the world. And we're here to share their stories. Essentially, we've got some complete strangers or people that we have some connection with, we're just finding before we jumped on.
Yeah.
And we're going to kind of get to know them along with some other folks. So, but before we do that, let me tell you why we're even doing this podcast. And that's because NFM is more than just your everything home store. We're in the business of improving lifestyles because your home life should be your best life. And you can learn more at nfm.com. So let's introduce our first Berkshire visitors. I'll have you typically I'll do the intro, but I think it makes more sense for you guys to just introduce yourself. So
Okay.
Melanie, why don't we start with you?
Hi, I'm Melanie. I am here because I grew up with Andy Shefsky. I've known Andy since we were about 15 years old and went to Chattahoochee High School in Alpharetta, Georgia. And
Did you
I'm
just
blowing your
randomly
mind.
run into Andy
No,
too? Okay,
we're
this is
staying with
really
Andy.
interesting.
We are guests of Andy in his home this weekend.
So he hustled you into doing this.
Yes.
Did he tell you while you came in, this was going to be a possibility?
No, he
Okay.
did not. But that's also very Andy.
Yeah. Okay, before we get too much further, we have a second
Yes.
with us. So Jared.
Yes, my name's Jared, also from Alpharetta, Georgia, and went to Chattahoochee with Andy and Melanie.
Excellent. Excellent. And so you're staying with Andy.
We are.
Okay.
And Jess. Yeah.
Is Andy a good host?
Oh,
Or is he
Yes,
great
he made
host.
some
Okay.
it was Flapjack Friday this morning. He
Amazing.
was up before the crack of dawn making protein and flapjacks. And
Wow.
yeah.
It's protein to him.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which I'm sure you appreciate. You guys are trying to get swole.
yeah, we are. We're all about fitness.
Yeah.
All things healthy. So yeah.
Amazing. Amazing. That is a good host.
Yes.
So tell me about your Berkshire experiences. So that's what you guys are in town for the event.
Correct.
We are.
So have you come before?
No, this is our very first time.
Are you kidding?
Yeah, no, we're not. It's been pretty fabulous. I would say that we just literally just walked in the door of this place, which is highly impressive. And I've gotten to see Andy on the floor being Buddy the Elf around here through social for a while. And I'm glad to be in this massive space,
Yeah.
his domain and happy place. But it's pretty great. We've also really enjoyed Borsheims. I'm not gonna lie. That's been kind of life-changing for me in there. So, yeah.
Jared, are you in agreement with the life-changing
It's-
nature
it's
of
nice.
Borsheims?
It's-
Yeah. Nice store.
Well, Melanie's in fine jewelry, so it was it's her Disney World.
Yeah.
That's what we're
Yeah.
saying.
I'm telling all of my girlfriends we will not be going to Orlando. We just need to come to Omaha because
They're gonna be
this
like, "What?"
is the Disney
Yeah.
World for women.
Yeah.
Women, but it's beautiful. That store is magic.
That's
So
interesting.
yeah.
I know that Borsheims is a big deal, but I didn't realize it was at that level.
oh yeah,
I think isn't
Personally.
it the largest jewelry store?
I believe so.
Yeah.
My boss knew all about Borsheims and was very excited for me. And I got to meet some of the people we work with as our reps for different lines and stuff. And I got to meet them in person when I was over there. So that was pretty cool.
Cool.
Yeah. It was very fun. So yeah. I don't want to get too much on Borsheim talk, but I guess it's kind of all in the family, right?
It is.
Yeah.
Very much is.
So
Yeah, it's weird. We get the Disney World of furniture
Mhm.
retail. I've heard that
Yeah.
nomenclature
Yeah.
for NFM, and
Yeah.
to know that in Omaha we also have Disney World of fine jewelry. I
Right.
think
Yeah.
that's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
I'm curious about your Berkshire connection. So this is the first time you've been.
First
Has
time.
it been something that you've thought about doing for a while, or
I'm going to
It
be
was
honest.
really this
no.
year only.
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah?
I would just say Andy has been like, you've got to come experience this. I think you guys would really love it. It's kind of for us, maybe. I mean, I don't want to say it's a once in a lifetime opportunity. I'd like to come back, I think,
Yeah.
now that I've seen it. But yeah, so this is just a brand new kind of introduction to it. I've got a really good girlfriend who sells real estate for Berkshire in Atlanta. And she was kind of pumped and I think wanted to make this trip too, but wasn't able to. So we're just excited to be here. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
So you've gone to Borsheims.
Mhm.
You've gone. Now you've walked in the door of
Yeah.
FM, and then we didn't even
We're
let you
gonna
even walk
see-
around.
we're gonna
We've seen a
see-
few couches and then it's great to hear.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so we'll have to connect after you walk through the store
Right.
and see
Yeah.
what you think. Where
Yeah.
else have you been?
Let's see.
We went to the gym this morning.
We went to the gym this
Very
morning.
Yeah.
That's
We
the
went to the
flapjacks.
Happy
Yeah.
Hollow
Country
gym.
club, yeah.
The
Mhm.
gym there. Andy likes to say that across the street is Sad Hollow, but we
A
went.
rival.
He is a hoot. Like he's the greatest guy. But yeah, we were at Happy Hollow today, so that was lovely. And we have been.
We just got in yesterday, so
Okay.
we didn't
Yeah.
have a lot of time
Yeah.
to do much.
Yeah,
Okay.
we went to a fabulous dinner last night at a Mediterranean restaurant.
Okay.
You
Yeah,
probably,
Mediterranean Bistro.
I believe that is
Mhm.
it. Yes, it's down the way from a donut place that's open.
Yep. Hurts.
25
Mhm.
hours, 8 days a week
Yeah.
was what I saw. I was like, that's what happened. My comment was, that's the kind of math you do after you eat too many donuts. But yeah, we went to a fabulous dinner there. Went to Borsheims. We spent a lot of time in Borsheims.
Yeah.
We've already been twice.
Yeah.
For you.
And-
So good you had to go back.
Yes,
Yes.
exactly. And we'll be going back again because I am going to make a purchase there. So yeah, I'm excited. And then we went to a fabulous lunch at Foodies.
Oh, yeah.
Foodies.
Yep.
Mhm.
That's just down the street.
Yeah, Jess is introducing us to all of the
Well, they said locals.
Local.
We're going to local restaurants.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're
Good.
staying in Omaha.
Yeah.
You're in
Yeah.
good hands.
Yeah. So that's about
We
it
have
so
a
far.
fun party tonight.
But we have
to
a
go
big
to
party tonight.
Big party.
at
Um,
Happy
yeah.
Hollow. Is that right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So you haven't made it out to the CHI Center for the
Not
Budget
yet.
and all that kind of stuff.
We're going
That's
to do
on
that in the
tomorrow.
morning.
That's
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So what are you looking forward to with that event? Like, do you have expectations in mind, or are you like, you know
I
what?
mean-
We're just going to float around and see what happens?
Like, not very much expectation, just like,
see it, just to
think that-
experience it.
yeah.
Yeah.
The energy of it. I mean, I would love to see Warren, like, just that seems like a fun thing to be able to do and hear him speak possibly. But we've also heard about the shopper extraordinaire, and I've heard that
Mhm.
there's like lots of fun vendors and all of that. In fact, on our flight here, that's pretty much everybody on that flight, I think, from Atlanta to Omaha they were all talking about all of that. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. What did they tell you?
they didn't.
Well, we were just overhearing.
we were eavesdropping. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
They were talking.
Yeah, they were talking. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. So, I'm curious, like one of the things that we always ask these folks that come in
Mhm.
for Berkshire is like, what got you started with investing? Who taught you the value
Oh.
of that? Like, where did that come into your life?
I would say there's I mean, I don't know. I guess I could give a lot
Yeah.
of plugs here, but
Yeah.
I have a lot of family that works for Edward Jones.
Oh,
So
nice.
yeah, there are a lot of them. So, and just, they've kind of taught me the importance of investing, and they're managing my accounts and doing all the fun things. But yeah, I don't know. I think that one thing that I do kind of remember being like a Warren kind of, I guess like idea was to invest in things that you are passionate about.
Mhm.
So I've never been a person that's really like looking to invest just for the financial aspect of it. I'm kind of a passionate person by nature. So I want to love whatever I'm investing in. So I think that's probably my 2 cents on that.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
Jared, do you remember when you first started to know about Warren Buffett and Berkshire, or was that just something that's always been a part of your
It's
your
probably,
brain?
I mean, it's always been a little bit there. My dad is a super planner. He's got everything planned out all the way through his funeral, to the
Wow.
very end. So I've, kind of grown up with that mindset of just make sure you're planning everything for the future. And he has a person that kind of helps him do that too. But he was a doctor, so he's very, very interested in the numbers and interested in the minutia of it all, which I'm not as much
Yeah.
that way. But
Same.
yeah. So.
Well, I think what's interesting to us, I feel is when we get to meet some of these people, they all have a different story. And I guess you guys we didn't even talk about the engagement.
Right.
Yeah.
Andy said we have to tell that story.
Oh, okay.
yes,
Yeah.
The
please
greatest.
do.
It's the greatest story of all time.
You guys well, let me
Yeah.
Come on.
Indulge us.
Well, so this will tell everybody how old we are, but we said, we graduated with Andy in 1994 from Chattahoochee High School, and we just had our big 30 year high school class reunion.
That was last
And
summer, right?
It was last summer.
Okay.
And showed up to the reunion with really no expectations.
Both
and
already divorced from previous marriage.
yeah, so we just re-met each other after 30 years. I hadn't seen Jared in literally 30 years. And
Since graduation, probably.
yeah,
Wow.
and we had a great conversation at the reunion. I got to hang out lots with Andy, and but yeah, we just had a connection. And I currently live in Savannah, and Jared lives north of Atlanta in Cumming, Georgia. And
So we
after
both said we didn't want long distance, but
yeah,
it ended up being a very long distance.
yeah, so we're about 4 hours apart, but we've made it work.
Yeah.
So but
FaceTime is the best.
Yeah.
It's the
Yeah.
best invention.
yeah.
So,
But I think we've done everything kind of the opposite of how everybody does it in this day and age. We talked on the phone for about 6 to 8 weeks before we actually re-saw each other in
Yeah.
person again.
and went on our first
and
date
Went on our
Aw.
first date, and
that long after.
yeah, and now we've just been doing the long distance thing, and we were making all the plans to get married. And we got engaged and then we made plans to get married in October, and we're just too in love. We've moved it up to Friday the 13th of June. And yeah, yes. And
Coming quick.
yeah.
Can't wait.
yeah. And as has everything in this entire situation, it's been quite amazing. And I don't even know what the word would be, but the stars have aligned.
Yeah.
And we are actually getting married in the planetarium in Atlanta. They've never even had a wedding in there, but I had this dream of being married under the moon and stars, and they're going to make it happen. So
That's fun.
yeah, it's just our family, like our immediate family, and we're going to get married there. And we're having a fabulous dinner afterwards at our friend who actually works for Berkshire in Atlanta. Her boyfriend, his restaurant in Atlanta, they're going to do the dinner for us afterwards, and it's pretty magical. Yeah.
Yeah.
It sounds like you're going to have the perfect
Yeah.
wedding day.
Yes. And I get 3 amazing daughters, Jared's
3
girls.
girls.
Oh, cool.
Fun.
He's the best girl dad ever.
Lots of girl energy always.
Yep, always. I'm going to bring
Yes.
more girl
Yeah.
energy, and it's going to be
We'll fit
great.
right in.
Yep, yep. So yeah, and we'll all be moving into a new place together later this year, and so we're doing some preliminary shopping
Yeah,
around
we're
here.
gonna take a look in the store, see what
Yeah.
we need.
Yeah.
Perfect.
mean,
And
I'll-
we're just interrupting that experience for you.
Yeah, I
No,
mean, it's
we've got-
okay.
We've got all weekend.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I guess I should say that I'll give another plug, but Andy has informed us of a trick. So right now, if you live in the state of Georgia, you can't order you can't have furniture
Delivered.
to you. But if you come here, then you can get your name in the system. They will sign you up with something, and now we can have furniture delivered to us. So we have signed up. So we will be furnishing our home with some great NFM merchandise. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're really pumped.
Yeah. Yeah, trick us all you want, I guess. And be able to get you some
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
It's another good reason to come to this weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. Well, I've loved
Yeah.
getting to know you.
Yeah.
Don't want to take up too much more of your time.
Thank
But
you.
we have a
We
little
got shopping to
game
do.
Okay.
that we
good.
like to play. Okay.
Mhm.
So our game, this is a quiz that we've done, but I've rebranded it because I'm in branding.
Okay.
So I know how to do that.
Creative guy.
We're calling it Buff It or Bluff It.
Okay. All right.
So this is where we're going to separate some truths from tall tales. We were talking a little bit before we jumped on about like your knowledge in this area. It
Mhm.
seems like you guys are a little
Mhm.
nervous about this, but I
Mhm.
promise it's going to be fun.
Okay.
This is how it's going to work. I'll read you a fun fact that might be true
Okay.
about Warren Buffett or about
Okay.
Berkshire or anything kind of Berkshire connected companies, that kind of thing. And your job is to decide whether it's the real deal, it's a Buffett, or it's nonsense and it's a Bluff It.
Got it.
Make sense?
Uh-huh.
Really
Got it.
complicated.
Should be easy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
You got a 50-50 shot here. I think you got good odds. Okay.
Okay.
We ready to play?
Mhm.
Ready.
Sure.
Okay.
Ready.
Our first question, we're going to do 10 of these.
Okay.
Okay. Our first question. Warren Buffett drinks at least 5 cans of Coca-Cola a day. Is that a Buffett or a Bluff It?
That could be.
I think it's a Buffett.
You think it's a
I think
Buffett?
it's Buffett.
I think it's a
You guys
Buffett.
locking it in?
Yes.
We lock it in.
Lock it in.
We're all locking it in? Okay.
Mhm.
It is a Buffett. You
Yes.
got it. He's famously loyal to Coke, particularly cherry Coke. And once said he gets 25% of his calories from it.
Wow.
Wow.
So, you know, I mean,
Yeah.
doing the body good, right?
Yeah.
He looks good.
Yeah.
He's cut. He's still moving
It's
around.
the other 25% from his McDonald's.
And Dairy Queen.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's right.
He's got
Okay.
a really, really strong.
Hey, it's
Hey,
working.
you know what?
Hey,
Something's
it's
working
working.
for him.
I agree.
You don't live to be that old, and that, no,
It's
I
all
think
about
it's perfect
balance.
for him, right? Like he loves it, and I think it makes him so happy. So that's why,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why
it works for him.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's right.
Totally.
Excellent. Okay. So we're off to a good start. You got
Mhm.
100%.
1 for 1.
Mhm.
Second question for you.
Mhm.
Berkshire Hathaway owns a majority stake in Starbucks. Buffett or Bluff It?
I don't know why,
sure?
but I'm going to say Buffett.
Bluff it.
You're right. It's a Bluff It. Starbucks is not a Berkshire holding. Buffett passed on it, and it's a regret that he has acknowledged.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know the full story other than the fact that that happened.
He prefers
Yeah.
his caffeine in soda form.
Right.
Exactly.
That makes sense.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay. Question number 3. Warren Buffett lives in the same Omaha house that he bought in 1958. Buffett or Bluff It?
It's a Buffett.
Buffett.
Wow, you
Yeah.
guys are good.
Yeah.
3 for 3.
Impressive.
Yeah.
Yes, he locked it. He bought it for $31,500 back
Yeah.
then, calling it his third best investment.
I would agree with him.
It's hard to buy a
It-
car these days
Right.
for that much.
Yeah.
Kind of crazy.
A lot of people ask what his top 2 favorite investments were. That is, he said, The Intelligent Investor at age 19. If you know the story, it introduced him to the value of investing and ultimately led him to study under Graham at Columbia.
Mhm.
And then he said, either one or two, I don't know. He kind of mixes and matches sometimes. He said, taking the Dale Carnegie course was life-changing.
Wow.
So that was one of his other top investments. So
Mhm.
Perfect.
between those 3, I think he's made some good
Yeah.
choices.
Mhm.
Okay, so we're 3 for 3. Question number 4. We ready?
Yeah.
Ready.
One of the Berkshire Hathaway annual meeting's most popular nicknames is the Capitalist Carnival. Buffett or Bluff It?
I would say Buffett.
I'd say Buffett.
Buffett.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, that was a Bluff It. I made that up.
You made that up.
Yeah.
So good.
Very convincing.
Maybe somebody said it, but the more popular one is called Woodstock for Capitalists.
Oh wow.
Mhm.
Well, that's much cooler.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'd rather be at
Carnival.
Woodstock than a carnival.
That's so valid.
Way more my deal. Yeah.
Yeah, blends a little bit of his celebrity like draw. That's kind of where it comes from. Obviously, and just the Woodstock is pretty
Yeah.
recognizable. It's a huge event. So, okay, so we missed one so far.
Okay.
So sorry about
Still
that,
doing good.
but you're still doing good. Yeah,
Alright,
definitely,
alright.
definitely. We're doing better than we're not. So, let's keep rolling forward. I have our fifth question.
Okay.
Warren Buffett has a flip phone. Buffett or Bluff It?
Can you even get those anymore?
I'm gonna say. I mean, I want to say Bluff It.
Bluff It. Yeah.
You think it's Bluff It?
I think he's. I think
Moved
he's,
on to a
yeah.
smartphone.
I
At
think
least
so.
the first gen of the iPhone.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly,
The little one, the
exactly.
phones. Mhm.
It is a Bluff It, yes.
Yeah.
It's kind of until just a few years ago he used the flip phone.
Okay.
So he really only transitioned pretty recently.
Probably
so
because
you're
they
right.
just got rid of them.
Right.
Good service.
Can't find them anymore.
Yeah,
Can't get service to it.
So you got that one right. Let's keep moving forward. Question number 6. Ready?
Okay.
Berkshire Hathaway owns Dairy Queen. Is that a Buffett or a Bluff It? We know that he
Guess on
likes
this
it,
one. We know he likes it.
but
I
does
would
he
have to
own it?
guess on this one. I'm not sure.
I don't know, but I think Bluff It, but I don't know that for sure.
I'll go with her.
Ah,
Bluff It.
We're locking it in.
so
Yeah.
sweet, baby.
I have no idea. I have no idea.
Smart man.
It is a Buffett.
Ah.
They bought it in 97. DQ treats are a staple at the annual meeting.
Wow.
As a result of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Well,
have to
I
stop by
am-
and get one.
I am dairy free, so this
Oh. They
probably.
They have dairy-free dilly bars.
Yes.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
Well,
Good.
okay, all right.
They
Well,
do.
There
Now.
we
I don't know if they'll have them at the meeting or not, but they do have dairy-free dilly
go.
bars.
Okay,
Perfect.
Okay. So we're still doing okay.
Mhm.
okay.
But
Sorry
I
about
think I really want to help you out these next few. So let me know if you need some
that.
hints here.
yeah.
If we
If
call
you're
a
not
friend-
sure, call a friend.
Hey, Andy.
Yeah.
Okay, question number 7. Warren Buffett once auctioned off his wallet for charity and it had stock tips inside.
Ooh,
Is it a Buffett or a Bluff
I
It?
want that to be a.
I don't know this one.
It's all you.
I want
What-
it to be a Buffett.
You want it to be a Buffett.
It's in your
right?
heart as a
Yeah.
Buffett.
Yeah.
It's good.
Okay.
We trust in our heart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You were right.
Yeah.
Yay!
Yes. He signed the wallet,
Oh, perfect.
raised over $200,000, and yes, it had a stock tip tucked inside.
So good.
What
I
was the
love
tip?
that.
Well,
Yeah,
we
does
didn't.
anyone
We
know?
the
Yeah.
guy who got it. I
Yeah.
assumed he didn't. He shared it for everybody, or at least I couldn't find that information.
Yeah.
But we'll have to look it up. Maybe it's out there.
Yeah.
Okay. Question number 8. Charlie Munger's first career was as a magician. Is that a Buffett or a Bluff It?
Don't
Charlie
remember.
Munger, magician.
I don't think I've heard this one either.
I hadn't either.
I don't.
Well.
Hmm. I have no idea. Can we get some help?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, listen, if Charlie, I mean, his last name, alliteration, there's some of that stuff. But there are, let's see, there are a lot of people, like, they're interested in childish things, and they grow up and they get into, like, especially in Omaha, I don't know about
Right.
if you know about this, but like we're really into like talking about the weather.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, when it fluctuates by 40 degrees on a daily
Yeah.
basis, I imagine you
winter
would.
and summer on the same day.
Oh, fabulous. Yeah.
Love magic, but we really talk about the weather now. So, Charlie, around here a little while. I would just say, I'm just going to put that out there as information. See if you think this is a Buffett or a Bluff It.
That didn't help me at all. I'm not going to be
That's his
honest.
interest more. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, so
I'm
it's
going to say a Bluff It.
Yeah.
Buffett.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, you got it. You got that. All right. Yeah.
That's the far-fetched hint.
I don't know what I was doing.
Thank
I
So
didn't.
was he a meteorologist? At some point?
Yeah, I actually trained as a meteorologist
Oh,
during
wow.
World War II and became a lawyer before joining Buffett.
Oh,
Okay.
interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's
um,
what you thought.
Right, that's what I was gonna say.
didn't have a career.
I was gonna say that, but then I'm like, I think I'm gonna ruin it if I'm like, I haven't heard of this either.
maybe
I
that should have been the
stopped
hint.
myself.
Neither of them
Yeah.
had heard of it.
Yeah.
Right.
This is news to us.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that was a poor hint, but you know what?
Hey,
We got
we got
there.
it.
Yeah,
We got there.
Got the W.
Okay. So, question number 9.
Okay.
One of Berkshire's most profitable investments was See's Candy. Is that a Buffett or a Bluff It?
It's a Buffett.
I think that's a Buffett.
You nailed it. I'm not even gonna draw that out.
Yeah.
Yes. Buffett often cites C as a model for buying great brands at
Correct.
fair prices.
That's what I
Yeah.
heard,
Yeah.
hmm Okay, last question for you. Question number 10. Warren Buffett avoids social media and has never posted on Twitter or X, Instagram, Facebook.
Right.
any
I'm
of
I'm
those.
gonna say that's a Buffett.
I'm going to say that's a Buffett.
Yes, you're right.
Yay!
Nice.
Despite his fame, Buffett stays offline and leaves tweeting and Xing and all the other things to other
Yeah.
people. So, okay.
Nice guy.
Wow, you
You guys
only
did
got
really
2
good.
Yeah.
wrong.
We did really good.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Great.
Congratulations.
Passed.
80%. That's definitely a pass.
Thank you for playing. I have See's Candy
Oh,
for
nice.
you
For the
today.
coffee lovers.
Yes.
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 This is
Available
We are into coffee.
at
That
your
is-
local C's.
I love that.
We have it over here.
Yes. We're going to buy
After
the
you
children
finish-
some
yeah.
chocolate.
Yes.
Yes.
After you finish up that box, get yourself some more.
Right? Yeah.
That's right.
Okay, well, thank you for playing.
Well, thank you so
Thank
much for having
you.
us.
So let's introduce our Berkshire visitors. Why don't you just start by telling us your name? We'll start over here.
Patricia Lawson, and I'm from Washington, D.C.
Oh.
And the
Uh-huh.
reason I came here is I was here in 2001, and I had some Berkshire Hathaway cowboy boots made. I can only wear it here. I can't wear them around.
Did you
town.
brought them? You brought them?
I bought
Nice.
them, and it says Berkshire Hathaway, the date.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have them on right now? Are you
No,
okay?
I'm going to wear them
You're gonna wear them
tomorrow.
tomorrow. Oh, I would have loved to see them. Okay, well, if you we'll have to get your information so you can send it. Send us a picture.
Okay.
Okay.
You know, cowboy boots are like really in style right now.
Yeah.
I know. I'm
So
going to go buy
you could-
another pair.
Okay,
There you
good.
go. There
Like,
you
you can wear
go.
them more than just
With
here.
today's date.
So I love the excuse. We have to wear our cowboy boots.
Yeah.
That's why we're here.
Gotta
Okay.
come to Omaha and wear the boots again.
Good start. Good start. Let's start over here for introduction as well.
Hi, I'm Kristy Miller, and I'm from Alexandria, Virginia.
Oh,
Very
excellent.
cool.
Christy, and what? So, do you also have cowboy boots that drove you
I
in,
have
or is
many pairs of cowboy boots, but they unfortunately are not Berkshire Hathaway. But we may change that later today.
Oh, yeah.
So
Okay.
this
There you go.
afternoon,
Yes.
tomorrow, it could all change.
Oh,
Yes.
awesome. Okay, so what brought you in? Are you just coming in? Is this a habitual thing for you, or are you?
We had
Um,
been planning on coming for quite a while, and this year it worked out
Okay.
date-wise
Oh,
and
good.
travel-wise. We weren't sure if we were going to get here quickly, but the tickets and everything pulled together
We
at the last
decided
minute.
10 days ago.
Oh,
They
wow.
did.
Okay.
Holy
Oh.
moly.
Sometimes those are the best ones. that you
I
just,
love
like,
that.
last
It's
minute
been a
pull it
little
off.
hectic getting the reservations for everything
Oh,
the
I'm
last week.
sure.
I
Yeah.
bet. Doesn't
Fills
that
it
It worked
pass?
out.
Wow. Well, how do you know each other?
When I moved from Miami, Florida to Washington, D.C. for my internship for my master's degree, after that, I ended up working for National Safety Council, and she was in the air program at EPA.
Mhm.
So that's how we met.
Oh,
and
very
we've stayed
cool.
friends ever since.
I love it.
And that was over 25 years ago.
Oh,
Oh
fun.
my
That's
gosh.
amazing.
That's
And we're
awesome.
only 29.
Yeah.
You. Oh my gosh.
You met when you were babies.
Yeah.
I would have
Yes.
guessed 27. So that's interesting. Okay.
That's why I'm here.
Good
I'll
eye,
take your word
Tyler.
for it. I'll take your word for it. So like, you came in 2001.
Mhm.
Have you had a chance to like go to the booth this year? Have you like seen? I'm curious about like where it was back then to where it is today, and if
I
you had
don't
a
know
chance to
that
compare
I
it.
don't remember the location.
Okay.
But it was a big place, and they had exhibits,
Yeah.
and you know,
Does it
the-
feel the same? I guess is what.
Yeah.
Yeah. Does it feel bigger, or like you feel like it's,
I haven't been
it's
over
always
to
been-
CHI yet.
Okay.
So I don't know.
Gotcha.
To be determined.
To be determined. We'll have
Yes.
to circle back. But what have you? So when did you come into town then?
Last night,
Last night. Okay. So what have you done? Did you just settle in the hotel? and
just settled into the hotel.
Mhm.
Nice.
And what's bringing you to NFM today?
I
Christy
wanted to buy
furniture.
potentially buy some furniture.
Yeah,
So
okay.
I've made some pre-selections.
Nice.
Oh,
Okay.
Maybe some appliances.
So you've already
we'll
been
see.
walking around the store
Nice.
and kind of made some of
Right.
them. What are you looking for?
I was looking for a Herman Miller type of recliner
Mhm.
potentially.
Mhm.
And maybe a sofa, maybe a mattress, maybe some appliances. But I also found a horse accessory, a designer decor,
Nice.
wood sculpture.
Oh,
So
yeah.
looking
Cool.
to decide how we're going to get those all shipped to the East Coast.
Oh, awesome. Okay. You'll have to
Yeah,
let us
I know,
know
we'll
how that
have
goes
to.
afterwards because I'm curious. Okay. I want to know, like, what are you most looking forward to tomorrow with the event? It's been so many years since you've been here. I don't know how often you've come.
First trip to Omaha.
Oh, really? Okay.
Mhm.
So what are you looking forward to then?
Well, learning more about the state of the economy and the forecasts and the current situation, very unique that we're in,
Yeah.
and plans for the future.
Yeah. What do you mean unique? I don't understand. Okay. But getting that foresight, yeah, I think there's going to be a lot of that kind of talk for sure.
I've learned that one of the chairs that I'm considering will go up by $500 on, I think, Tuesday.
Better
or
buy it
something.
quick.
Wow.
Coming in, it's from Norway.
Oh, cool.
But if I buy it today, it's $500 cheaper, maybe, than in 2 or 3 days.
Yeah, these are tough decisions that we're being faced with.
Mhm.
What about you?
I came because Warren Buffett is getting older and I want to see him. I love his perspective on life. I like the way he lives his life. I mean, he is just an honest, good person, and I admire him.
So true.
So I wanted to come and see him before I can't see him anymore.
Well said. Well, speaking of, we do have a quick quiz that we'd like to do with you, if you don't mind. Okay, we're gonna do a 5-minute version of this. Okay, so I think we'll probably try to do 5 questions or see how far we can get.
Now,
Okay.
is this like, are we to
Together.
jump in with the answer?
As a
Whoever,
team.
Yeah.
whoever can answer it answers.
Do we get points or dollars off or a discount? Off of that $500 Tara.
There is a prize at the end of it. I don't spoil the surprise.
Okay.
It's a pretty big one, let me tell you. It's a sweet one. Let's say that.
Yeah,
It's a pretty sweet prize.
it is a sweet
Oh,
prize.
I would say it's a C's candy.
Oh no, the surprise is ruined. Okay, well, let me describe the game for you. We're calling it Buff It or Bluff It. Okay.
Okay.
And here's how it's going to work. I've got some truths and I have some tall tales. Truth, buff it,
Okay.
tall tale, bluff it. Make
Okay.
sense?
Buffett, bluff it.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay. It's pretty simple. So you're telling me if you think it's a buff it, if it's true, or if it's total nonsense and it's a bluff it. Cool?
Sounds good.
Okay. If you're ready to play, we're going to try to shoot for 5 questions or see how far we can get.
Okay.
First question. The Berkshire Hathaway meeting once included a mini rock concert. Is that a Buffett or a Bluff It?
I'd say
Buffett.
Buffett.
Buffett? You got it. Yes. But Buffett performed My Way on ukulele with a group of musicians at a past meeting. So
Yep.
yes, there was a little bit of a mini rock concert.
Mhm.
Okay, so good job. You're off to a good start. My next question is, the company was named after Warren Buffett's childhood dog. Is that a
Yes.
Buffett
Buffett.
or a Bluffett?
Buffett.
The company Berkshire Hathaway,
Mhm.
that is a bluff it.
Okay. What do you
We got
want?
A divided house.
Because Berkshire is a shirt company, or Hathaway was a shirt company in New England
Uh-huh.
originally.
Okay. That's a good. Are we locked in with our answers at this point?
Well, what was her answer? It was different than my
Yeah,
answer,
it
wasn't it?
it was.
Buffett. And now we're playing against each other.
Yes.
So we're saying both words. Berkshire Hathaway were both of those words, or
She's gonna get you on technicality.
Yeah.
No. I'm asking if the company was named after Warren Buffett's childhood dog, Burke.
oh, Burke. The dog's
Yeah.
name was Burke.
Am I making nonsense, or is this a
Usually.
real
We're going to
truth?
go with Buffett.
Okay, Buffett, and you've already said Buffett.
Hathaway was the shirt company.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Yes, I am so sorry. I was tricking you. I
Okay.
feel bad now about just
Don't-
telling bold-faced lies, but that's the game. Yes,
That's the game of
it's-
life.
So now it's 2-1.
It's as you said. Yes, Berkshire Hathaway was a failing textile mill that Buffett bought in the 60s. There was no dogs involved. It sounds like a good
That's a cute
dog.
dog
name.
name.
A good
Yeah.
laugh.
I do
I
like
think
it.
going forward, I
Consider that.
want to name my dog Burke.
Yeah.
Okay. Next question for you. Warren Buffett eats McDonald's breakfast every day, but only if the market is up. Is that a Buffett or a Bluff It?
He does eat McDonald's, I think, every day or nearly every day, but I don't think it has anything to do with the market.
I
Okay.
agree. Bluff
Okay.
it.
Okay. So we think it's Bluff It. You think
Mhm.
that I'm adding additional information to fool you?
I do.
I'm not. No, he joked that if the market is down, he only goes for the cheaper $2.61 meal.
Oh.
So
Which is not part of the breakfast.
I think so. I mean, my understanding is that he does well, at least in this joke of answer that he gave, that that he's eating breakfast and he changes his decision based
His
on whether
But it's
decision.
still at
Okay.
McDonald's.
That's slightly a
Yeah.
different question.
that's why it's a Buffett. Yes,
Okay.
yes.
It's a Buffett.
No, it's a Buffett.
Because
Well, it's a
still-
Buffett Buffett.
It's still at
It's
McDonald's.
still at McDonald's. Yeah, I think we're doing great. I think you guys are doing fantastic. Don't worry.
You guys have all the actual like technicalities.
Yes.
He's just trying to throw you off.
I'm trying to throw
Yes.
you off with additional information, and you guys are doing fantastic. So
It's pretty mischievous.
yeah, I know. I really got to rein that in.
Mhm.
Okay, let's see if we can get through 2 more questions.
Okay.
Question number 4. Berkshire owns the rights to the Energizer Bunny. Is that a Buffett or a Bluff It? I think this one's pretty clear. I'm not adding additional information.
Well, I know he owns Duracell.
Right.
Okay.
That is correct.
Mm.
So you're asking about the trademark?
For the Energizer Bunny.
Does he own the trademark? Or does the company Berkshire Hathaway?
So Duracell owns the trademark. And since Berkshire owns
Remember, it's
Duracell. yeah.
Energizer Bunny, and then
Okay. The Energizer is not the Duracell is not the Energizer.
there we go.
Bunny.
You got it. You got
Okay,
it.
so it's a
Yes.
Bluff It.
If the
Yeah.
Yes,
competitor.
I am bluffing. Yes, it's the competition. Duracell. Berkshire owns Duracell, which is the competitor, not the bunny
Right.
itself. Okay.
I can see those Energizer batteries.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, you're doing fantastic. I think we're 3 out of 5 right now. If you
Mhm.
get this one, this is for all the money. So I know you're gonna do it. I know we're just gonna knock this out of the park. Last question. Buffett once bought shares in Disney for $4 million. Is that a Buffett or a Bluff It?
I think in my memory bank. I think that's correct. I think that's a Buffett.
Okay.
I'll say Buffett.
All right, you nailed it. Yes, he
Wow.
did in 1966 and later sold too early a move he called a mistake.
Very few.
Very few he's
Very
made
few
for
of those.
sure.
Yeah.
Well, fantastic. Thanks for playing.
Yeah,
Thank
good
you.
job.
It was great meeting you.
It was
Well,
awesome
thank
getting to
you.
meet you. We do have our
Yes.
reward for a job well
Yay.
done.
And we're hoping that Warren will sign Patricia's boots.
Oh,
Is that
yeah.
part of
That would
the
be
incentive
fantastic.
program?
Wouldn't that be
Nice.
great?
Hopefully you like coffee.
Here,
We've got some
Since
sea
you got
candy for
most of
you.
them right.
Thank you, dear. I'll give them to
Patricia and Kristy, it was great
gift them.
getting to meet you both.
Oh,
Thank you,
This was fun.
Tyler, Hilary, and Becca.
Yeah,
Nice
thank
meeting
you.
y'all.
Great meeting
You
you.
guys.
Enjoy your time in
Sure,
Omaha.
yeah, we will.
Yeah.
Bye, guys.
I want to thank my co-hosts, Becca and Hilary. I also want to thank our producer, Scott, and our listeners. Make sure to like, rate, subscribe wherever you listen to the iHome podcast. And then check us out at nfm.com/podcast for all of your home life questions. That's going to do it for us today. But remember, home is what you make it.
Thanks for joining us today for I Am Home with Tyler Weisskopf, Hilary Waltemath, and Becca Sudbeck. No one knows home quite like NFM. So if you'd like more information on home design at NFM, please check out nfm.com and leave us a review on the podcast platform of your choice.